Alrighty. What's the deal, my people? How are y'all doing up in this piece right now? Let me turn this camera on. Oh, there we go. All right, what is the deal, my people? You know who it is, Don Tony Teflon. I'm here rocking with you right now in this place. I hope everything sounds correct. I need y'all to let me know that everything sounds correct to y'all right now. Let me go through some names right here up in the chat real quick if I can. What up to my man? What up to Danny McKay? What up to Autumn Bryant? What up to Bubba Husky? What up to Christy Old Stones? What up to Vincent Harper? What up to S Major? I can't say it, and I always mess it up, so I'm just gonna say S Major. You know what I mean? What up to Jessica Chilliners, Belinda Smith, Nancy T as always, AK-47, holding down the Gazette for the dime. KJ up in this piece, Danny McKay up in here, Oscar 420 up in this piece, Emily is up in here rocking with the Don Tony Teflon. I appreciate all y'all up in here. Now, I was going to do something for you real quick, but if I do it, then it's going to kind of give away stuff. So I have to do it differently than I expected to do it. I wish I could have done it. I still have the skill. It's just going to show stuff that it's not supposed to show. And there's no way I could figure this out to screen share this thing without being able to show my actual screen right here. You know what I mean? That's what I have. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. If I could pull this off, if I could pull it off somehow, uh, if somehow I could pull this, I think I can. Let me see. 1 second. Let me see if I could do this. By this, and I put this all the way over to here like that, maybe, and put this down here. I don't know. I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could do it. Uh, I don't know. Let me see. We're gonna give it a shot. We're going to give it a shot. All right. And this is what it should be. Hopefully it is. You can see what I don't know what y'all see. And that is the problem. That is the problem right now. See, everything gets all messed up right here. And this thing is all in my way and everything else. It is all messed up. Everything is. At that point, here we go. Let's do it. So what your people are actually looking at right now, if you can hear me talking right now, is the Don Tony Teflon's new podcast that I'm coming out with called The Lady and the Don. And I have to give shout out real quick to the person who helped me with this and getting this popping with the Don. You know, I could watch that all day a million times a day if I really had to. Uh, Real quick. Boop, boop, boop. All right. So I could really watch that a long time over and over and over again. But that is the Don's new podcast called the Lady and the Don podcast. I hope that you all watch this or are happy to see this. I told you I was working on something like that, on doing a podcast, and that is the podcast. So obviously it's called the Lady and the Don podcast, the Lady and the Don. Obviously we know who the Don is. So I guess I would have to introduce who the lady is joining me in this podcast. So I would just like to introduce the lady in this podcast rocking with me. It is the one and the only Elamar.
Oh my goodness. Hey everybody. This is so amazing. Tony, thank you so much for doing this. I am looking forward to this podcast. It's going to be amazing. So hey everybody. That's me.
Yes, it will be great. It's a great show. It's going to be a really good podcast. I'm very excited to do it. It took a little bit for me to get this thing taken care of and for everything to go down. But the lady and the Don, the lady is LMR, the Don, Tony Teflon, and we will be doing this podcast. It'll be done. I think we're going to do at least 2 episodes a month. As of right now, we're thinking the episodes will probably be over an hour apiece. And we're going to start this by breaking down the Winds of Winter chapters, and then we'll go through other chapters in the book. But that's right now. But it's delayed it down, so it's not just going to be devoted to Game of Thrones. There will be some Game of Thrones stuff, a lot of Game of Thrones content in it, but we will obviously have other things going down in there with us. What up to Bernie L, rocking with the Don Tony Teflon up in there? I seen Gray Area in there for a second. What up, Gray Area in the piece? What up to everybody up in here chilling with me and Elamar? And I just what up to T Baby rocking with me, holding down the Gazette. Hasn't seen you in a while, T Baby. As always, the Thug Mug is in hand. So I'd say thank you, Elamar, for joining me and agreeing to do this podcast with me. I truly do appreciate you
Tony,
doing
it's
that.
my pleasure. It's my pleasure. You are an amazing person. And when you had that idea and you asked me, I'm like, of course I'm on. I love this. I would love to stream with you and podcasting and going through the chapters. This will be so much fun. And obviously, we'll have, like you mentioned, two a month, or we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I can't wait. I can't wait.
I can't either. You know what we're going to do though? We're going to look at the intro. I'll say the intro music was made by my man John D. Well, we're gonna look at the intro one more time. All right. I love the intro. I think the intro was amazing. The guy who made the intro did a very, very good job on it. Uh, if y'all, I can definitely hook anybody up with this dude if they need to get a new intro, they want an intro from. But let's take a look at this.
Actually, Gray mentions that she cannot hear the music, so I wonder. So we have it interpreting differently. Because I cannot hear it, but maybe I was thinking maybe we can't hear it because I have the chat muted. So just letting you know. Yeah, they're
You
saying
can't
there's
you
no
can't hear
music.
the music?
Yeah, yeah. Bernie and Chrissy and Gray say that we cannot hear the music. So
What? They
mhm,
cannot hear the music? I
yeah.
maybe it's coming across clear to me. So I
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's because of my headphones. It's only coming across in the
Okay.
headphones. I have no. I don't know.
Yeah.
But maybe I would just play the music for them.
Yeah.
But they could see the whole thing,
Yes,
but they
yes,
can't hear.
they're liking it. DA says it's looks great. Everybody says it's great. It's just that they cannot hear the music. It must be something with the setup for the Hangouts and screen sharing. I wonder if screen sharing prevents music. Actually, just does the images.
That's terrible because the music is
Music is
probably
amazing.
makes it phenomenal.
Yeah. Well, they will hear it when they will hear it.
You will hear it. You will hear it.
Yes.
You will hear it when it's. Oops! I gotta stop it now. This is they have to they have to somehow make that better. Can you hear the music now that I have that thing down? Is it anyway? It's just still isn't it? No. All right. Oh well.
No.
You will hear the the music intro. In fact, I'm releasing the video tomorrow, and it has the intro in it at the end of it. So if you watch that video tomorrow, you will hear the music and everything. But John Dean made the music for it. Very
Mhm.
good. So I am sorry, people, that y'all could not hear the music, but it's very good. Obviously, John, the composer, made that, and you know how that man gets down. So that is what it is. So very much, I told you I was working on something secret, and it's going to be a very, very good, fun podcast. I cannot wait to get started on this podcast. And we should have an episode out, within, I think, by next week, the
Yeah,
latest, most likely
yeah.
this week or something, but next week will be the latest when it drops.
Mhm.
Uh, so that is what it is. He said it's probably my headphones, aka it could be my headphones.
Maybe.
This whole new this whole setup with this damn Yeti mic. I have to have
Yeah.
my headphones hooked up into it, and it's stupid. I hate wearing headphones. I can't stand it. But it is what it is. So yeah, we should have an episode out. I think the first episode we're doing is the Theon
Yeah, Theon's
chapter.
chapter. Mhm.
So we're doing the Theon chapter. We're going to break that down. So how it's going to go is that when we get this done, it'll be up on iTunes. It'll be where any place you can find the podcast will be there. You can look for it tomorrow. It'll be searchable, the Lady and the Don podcast, and you can go there and I don't know what you do. You bookmark it. I don't know how y'all do that, but you could be able to do that by tomorrow. And the way we're going to run it is that obviously I'll chop the video up and put the video part of it out on YouTube, but the full episode will be on there, will be on the podcast. You'll be able to find that if you just want the full audio right off the bat. So if it's a video and it's being chopped up, it'll be one out, and then maybe 2 to 3 days later, the second part will come out that week. So if you want the full thing, you can just go to the podcast and download the audio. If you want the full video of both videos together, what you have to do that is you have to sign up to LMR's Patreon page, and she will have the full video for her Patreons on there. If you want and I will have it on my Patreons also. So that would be a Patreon exclusive thing to have the full, instead of having two parts, to have one part. All the Patreons, if you signed up to mine and LMR part, you'll get that on full video for that. If not, it'll come in 2 parts on regular on YouTube, or 3 parts, depending on how long it is. But if you just want it as one long video, it'll be there for Patreon fans. So I can give back to my Patreons, and she can give back. I don't show my Patreons enough love as I should. So I'm trying to do stuff for y'all, so I could definitely show you some love and stuff like that. So that is what it is.
Yep. And I don't have mine. I mean, I am working on mine, so it's gonna be set up by the time we release it. So I'm very new to Patreon, so somebody's gonna have to hold my hand while I do it. No, I kind of have it done. Yeah. I know. DA says he didn't know that I had a Patreon. I don't. I have it set up. I just have to launch it. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'll have it ready when it needs to be ready. So yeah, thank you for suggesting it, Tony.
There's no doubt about it. We'll have to Peter Griffin rocking with me up in the house. As always, OTDA is holding down the Gazette for the Don. That's how we do and stuff. So obviously, this is the Q&A. So it's all about y'all asking questions to us. We'll answer any questions on any topic on Game of Thrones, whatever, about the podcast, Game of Thrones, or Con of Thrones. So I seen that Ella she just did. What up to Michelle Hayes? What's going on? How are you? I just seen that you just did a stream talking about your experience at the Con of Thrones. So let's talk a little bit about that, Ella Michelle. How was your experience at Con of
Oh my goodness! I just it does it. I think I'm just gonna say it was
Thrones?
amazing. That I think that describes everything. It was amazing. Like I keep saying, 20 or 15 out of 10. On all accounts, on everything and anything. It's more than I ever thought it's gonna be, in the best way possible. For those who have never been there, like, you're missing out, people. Missing out. Make sure to go to the next one. It was amazing. What about you, Tony? Did you have
Yeah,
fun?
I always have a great time at the con. Y'all can see right here that the Don Tony Teflon got my 3 badges because I'm a 3-time Common Throne presenter. Right here, also hanging on the badges, is my bottle I got from Kevin Cleary sitting right there. He gave me that bottle, him and his beautiful wife. And I got this bottle of Hennessy from my girl Nancy T sitting right next to that. My man Big Will's hat is up here for his group. Will is the guy who hooked me up with the place and hooked up a bunch of people with the places and stuff. So I got all the people who's rocking with me stuff right up on the set and stuff so that y'all could see it and stuff. But yeah, I had a great time. I think this was the best con of all of them. And I think that, it was my third con out. So the first con I went to, I really didn't know what to expect. And so I went there. I was nervous about it. I didn't know exactly how it was going to go. So I basically was trying to get through it. You know what I mean? So I was basically trying to get through it and stuff like that at the con. You know what I mean? Trying to get through it, and Bernie is crazy. I was just trying to get through it, and it's Bernie. You're making me distracting me with those comments. I'm trying to get through it, and I did get through it, and I did I was nervous on a lot of panels, but I did a really good job. I got a lot of write-ups from watchers on the wall saying that I stole this panel. Teflon steals another panel, steals another panel. So I got a lot of confidence from that. The second time out, when I went there, I kind of knew what to expect, but then it was like pressure for me because I had done so well unexpectedly on the first con. I was like, I gotta either follow up. So I was debating whether to go back because I was just like, is this going to be am I just gonna go here and just be like show up and blow up and never come again and let people remember that, or am I gonna go back there and try to repeat performance? So I went the second time. It's a little bit more pressure on me that I had to do a good job. I had my own panel for the first time last year and blew it up again. Did a really good job that time. People really did like it again. So that was that. And then the third time, this time, I was just 100% confident. I knew what to expect. It was back in Nashville. I had already been there. I had no stress whatsoever. I just went in there willy-nilly just to chill and to meet people and to get it on popping. So it was a lot easier this time around. So I thought it was really good. I thought it was a great time up in there.
Yeah, you got that right with your panels that I was sitting in the audience in some of them, and some of them I was there with you. And yeah, you got it right. Like you were right on any panel that you were on, you just stole it. And people were having a blast. I think that's what people like the best when you kind of when you kidnap people that they forget that there's a panel and they're just part of it. It's like chatting live where you can actually see the panelists and you can interact with your audience. That's the best part where they kind of forget that the hour, those 55 minutes just flies by and you get that thingy that says end, you have to end it, but you want to keep going. So and people don't want to leave.
Yeah, that's
That's
that's a
the
lot
best
of time
part.
because when that lady in the background she holds up that 10-minute sign, it's like oh the man whoever's back there doing it,
Yep.
10 minutes and you got 10 minutes to go. It's pretty hard at that particular time. Like that, I got so much more to say right now, and we only got 10 minutes, so we got to start wrapping this up. So that's probably the hardest part of it when it goes down. We got a question here from OTDA, I do
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah. He
You,
says,
would you like to
yeah.
read it?
Sure. I think it's the same one. I think he repeated it. He says, if you could add one thing to Con of Thrones, what would it be? I know it's awesome, but if you could add anything, what would it be? Tony?
I would add extra days to it. I would make it longer. I actually talked to Sue about maybe extending it and put it out there that I just think that especially when you have people that are coming from overseas, from far away, that maybe it starts on a Friday, maybe start it off on a Thursday, and have that extra day and then go from there because when you do it, it's like Friday is great, and then Saturday is great, and then by Sunday, after all the drinking, it's like it's more mellow. It's more of a chill day, or more of a trying to get over it type day. You know what I mean? Trying to get over the hangover and everything. So
Exactly.
I think if they had did it Thursday, and you'd have like 3 days to really bump it up, and then that because Sunday is more like all right, it's
Yep.
over. You know what I mean? It's his last day, and people aren't buck wild. So I
Yep.
think you have 2 days of buck wildness. I think you could add another day of buck wildness on that Thursday. I think it would be better. And, because you're coming from overseas, a lot of people dropping from overseas and stuff. When you have that, I think it'd be better for them. You know what I mean? Because they'd be able to spend more time and stuff. So I would think if I could do one thing to change it, I would extend it. I would try to put an extra day in there, start Thursday instead of Friday. What about you?
Great point. Actually, we were talking about it just before this. Yeah, I would add um meaning for me, I would actually come in the day before, or not. I came in the day before, but I would come a day earlier, whatever that was. I would give myself 2 days, before and an extra day after. But if the con organizers would do that for us to extend it and maybe make more of a first day more intense, second day kind of, in the middle. But for example, that Sunday would have been better if, I mean, it was great. You cannot, but it would have been so much better if there was more time to do other stuff, that you would not feel pressure to kind of, okay, I have to be in all the place, and that I have to, because I want to be everywhere. Um, to have more time for everything, because I felt like I wanted to be everywhere and I just couldn't get there on time. So I guess maybe the location to have more time, but in an area that's more close by, where you don't have to, let's say, spend 20 minutes on Ubering somewhere, where you can just kind of step out of
Mhm.
the hotel and be right there. Couple steps and you're right there. Um, that would be so much better.
Yeah, so in Texas, it was like that because it was at the same hotel that everyone stayed at. So as soon as the
Okay.
con was over, everyone went to the hotel bar.
Yep.
So there was nowhere to go. All you
Nice.
had to do was go up. You got the con was over. It was right in that hotel. You went back to your room. You showered. You came back
Yep.
downstairs on the second floor, and the bar was there.
Oh,
And everybody was just at the bar drinking in costume and everything else. So that I thought was great. And I thought that in Texas, I had to give a shout out to that hotel. They really went all out for the con. They had a whole bunch of stuff. They really wanted us there, and it was a really good time. I would like it to be. Now, listen, I'm greedy. And I'm going to say I like it in Nashville because, listen, I got my man Willie. I got the hookup. I got the penthouse. I'd rather go back to the penthouse. And I'm not going to lie about it. I'd rather be in the penthouse every year. So I wish they stay there for every year. But I can understand why other people who are not in the penthouse and they just want to stay, how the appeal it was for being in Texas. That was the only appeal I would say in Texas. The fact that, listen, I worked out with Nancy T in the gym. I met her up in the gym every morning. We went to the gym together, because we were all in the same hotel. And that was the really good thing about it being in a hotel like that. But it would have to be a huge hotel that could accommodate everybody, like that one was.
yeah, I'm hoping whatever hotel they choose. I'm very picky with my hotel rooms. I was so picky. I, yeah, and not that I shouldn't say I'm spoiled, because I can do with just, I guess, a tent and a, field and river, and it's fine. But when a hotel, I'm picky when it comes to hotels. So I'm hoping whatever they choose, they're gonna choose, accommodations that are gonna accommodate all kinds of tastes. So whatever it is, it's gonna be amazing, and I will not complain. I will book the hotel as soon as I know where it's at. So it's gonna be fun. I can't wait.
Oh,
I just
no
need the
doubt.
name and time and date, and I'll be there. Yeah.
No doubt. Here's another question right here from Jessica Lodgens.
Mhm.
Something like that. I don't know. I'm from Queens.
Lots,
I messed this up. That's
lots.
why I have you as my partner to get these
And
things right.
you were mentioning Santivia Major. Her name is Santivia, and I love
Oh,
that
it's
name.
Santivia. That's what it
Santivia, it's
is.
a beautiful name. I always say Santivia Major. It
All
just
right, I just say
beautiful.
estimated. So now it's
Fine.
Santivia. Now I have it. All right, thank you. That's why you're rocking with me because you better me, and that's it. You're my good side.
You're
So
so sweet.
Santivia. Now you heard me say your
Yeah.
name, and I said it correctly.
Yep.
I remember John was getting mad because I was saying his name. I was like, John, what was I saying it? Like Del
Del Vento. Del
Yeah,
Vento.
Del Vento. I was saying something wrong. I was like, John, he was like, it's not. He put
Oh
it
my
out,
gosh.
spelled it out to me. I was like, man, listen, I'm going to say it the way I say it.
Well,
Santivia.
somebody called me a raspberry instead of Rhapsody. They called me raspberry. I'm like, okay, I'm fine. There's an R, there's an H. It's fine. I'll just wave me and I'm here. But yeah, you
Oh,
said there that Jessica has a question.
yes, it says, and Tony Teflon and LMR Q&A. Is it crazy to have people come up to you and want to hang out with you? How does that make you feel? Please take it away with that.
Oh my gosh, Jessica, no, like I am a hugger. I'm like, I should have a sign like that says caution. If I'm approaching you with open arms, that means I'm actually gonna hug you right now. Look, people approaching us and coming up to us and saying, and everybody was so very friendly, and I actually so liked it because I felt welcomed. I didn't feel awkward over there. I could actually say hi to people. They said hi to me. They approached me, and I usually ask if I didn't know them from a stream where they actually had their face on camera. I would say, "Hey, so awesome to see you. Who are you? I don't know you. Just tell me your name." They would say they would say what their name was, and I was already there, kind of leaning in with a hug. So, and it makes me feel energized. I love people. I love hanging out with people. So the more, the better. friendlier. If they're not a hugger, they're a hugger now. So yeah, that's my approach to it. What about you, Tony?
What up to my girl Smoker Highness just came up in the building. I would say that, it's not something that happens in your everyday life, right? So it's not like on an everyday people running up to me like, oh my God, I want to hang out with you. I'm not saying I ain't got people who want to hang out with me, because there are people want to, but not like that to this level. So it's more of like a fandom. People know me from the channel. I can't believe you're here. I can't believe I met you. And I had people like, oh my God, I'm fangirling now. Tony Teflon, I can't believe you. That's you here. So, that's a little bit still a little awkward. It's cool. I take it all day. I take it all day. You know what I mean? All day, every day. So no, I don't think it's weird. A feeling. It's a great feeling. It makes you feel really good about yourself. So it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like the things I do here is worthwhile. When I do it, you know what I mean. So I love it. I love people coming to me wanting to ride. I had drinks with everybody. I was in the place where they sell shit up in there, whatever they called it, the sell shit area. And I was and I was just drinking away over there. People are buying me drinks, and we just sitting down chatting. And the best thing I would say about Kind of Thrones, a lot of things that go on there. You would expect that when you get out there, you would think that it'll be 24 hours Game of Thrones talk, but it usually is just regular talk, like people just talking about regular life shit and just everything else, just chilling. It's not really a lot, because people, you're so cool with cats that it ain't like people just come to you, I want your opinion on this, I want your opinion on that. People
Yep.
just happy just to see you and just talk to you about regular life and everything else that's going on. You know what I mean? Like when I got to meet Gray, I knew it was Gray right from the jump. You know what I mean? I seen that and I knew that was. So I was like, oh, there's Gray right there. But it's shocking. Like when you see certain people, like you have images of people in your head. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times when you on the camera, right, you can't tell what people look like. You can tell what they look like, but the hardest thing to really get is people's height. You know what I mean? You don't know how tall people are. And Gray is almost taller than me. Now I know that she want to try to claim that she's got me, but y'all can look at the pictures that we took together, and you could see that I'm clearly taller than her. But she tried, the fact that she was almost my height, she almost was, she was close. She was close, that shocked me. I did not expect her to be that tall. I expected her to be about Elamar's height. That's what I pictured from the stream. But no, she was tall. She was tall. And I think it's certain
Hmm.
things like that when you see people that you already have these preconceived notions. Like I'll say this, I can't show y'all pictures of it, but when I seen Shift All X, there's no way I thought that was him. And just hearing that man's voice all these years, there's no way I thought that that's what he would be when I seen him. Not that it's a bad thing or anything else, but I'm just saying I had such a different image of him from just hearing his voice. But that's what it really was with me. How about you when you met people for the first time,
Hmm.
seeing them in person? Did everyone look exactly the same that you thought they would look?
Actually, you're right with the whole height thing. I noticed some people were taller, some people were shorter. Gray was really, really tall. She's a beautiful lady. Oh my goodness! But yeah, when I was um standing there, like she was much taller than I was. As far as um other people, they were taller than I expected. For some reason, I think everybody was taller than I expected. Um, Sorry if you can hear, that's my dog. And yes, I do feed my dogs. I just need to let him out in a second. Um, just from this room. But I think what amazed me the most was that the people whom I met were the people that I expected to meet personality wise. Like, um I mean, the people that I hung out with closer, like during the parties on, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, well, all the parties that I was there, like people were just amazing. And my expectations were, let's say at 8, knowing, okay, there's, camera and there's face and there's the personalities that, the masks people put on. And the people that I hung out with the most, they were the people that actually, um, they were true, they were real, they were real people. I don't mean like hug wise. I'm a crazy hugger. Yes, I am. I'm sorry. That's my thing. I need to go to therapy for that, probably. But just being introduced to them, it was like I've known them my entire life, and it's a scary, strange thing, because like you chat with them, and maybe I wonder if this is me. I should have asked that to Kevin and Jessica from my stream. If actually meeting the people that you did not stream with, if it's like the same where I've streamed with you, I had other people on, and I meeting you and everybody else, it's like I've already known you. Like you were my friend before you were my friend, before I met you for the first time in person. So it was amazing. It was this wonderful feeling that, yeah, we're seeing each other for the first time, but I already know you. It's like you've been my friend all my life. Where have you been? And that
Yeah,
goes for everybody. So that's just beautiful, I think. I like that. It was a surprise.
I thought Santavia Nation. Now I know how to say it. I'm gonna keep saying it. That's right. Santavia. All right. Now I can say it. I'll say. Listen, we got a question, right? Not a question, but someone put up in there. I can't. It's got too many numbers. I can't go through all your numbers. But number. Mojini Linguini, baby. Listen, Mojini is my brother. My man, we are the bareback barbarians forever. Me and Mo has got some shit popping off. I was supposed to record with Mo actually today. He has a whole new theme for his channel that he's going with. And I was supposed to record some boxing stuff with him today, but he must have got caught up and stuff. But Mo Genie Linguini is always going to be on the channel. We always going to be doing what me and Mo do. That's just forever. So you will see Mo. Don't think anything else like that, that he's not going to be around and stuff like that. That is what it is and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, but as you said, I think that when you a lot of like Kevin Cleary, man. You know what I mean? The man brought me this bottle right here. Let me pull this bottle. Let me grab it. Look at this. Look at this thing, man. Look at this. I'm like an Olympic person right here with all these, right? That's the
All
way it
three
is.
of them, we see them, all three of them
That's where
proud,
the
proud.
right. So this is what Kevin Cleary got the dime right here. You see this right here? Do I have to lock this in so y'all can see it? Can you see it clear and stuff? Let me see real quick. I think y'all got it. Look at what Kevin Cleary got the dime. Look at that, man. I mean, look how nice that is right there. Look at that. Look at that. That's what I got for my man Kevin Cleary, man. He came up in there because first he came there. He was like Teflon, man. I got you something, and I don't know if they're going to allow me to bring it in, and I didn't know what it was. I was like, "What you bring me, man? But they're going to allow you to bring it in? It could be something crazy." You know what I mean? So I was like, I have no idea. So I was like, well, smuggle it in, baby. Just smuggle it in. and he got it in there and he brought it. And this is what it was. I also listen, my girl, Nancy T, brought me this beautiful bottle of Hennessy right here. Hen Rock is my drink of choice when it comes to liquor. Any black man. This is black people Jack Daniels. All right. Hennessy, if y'all don't know. You know what I mean? Black people Jack Daniels right there. And she got me that. So, this is what it is. I'm saying this is kind of Thrones. People appreciate you and they really show you appreciation. Even my man Will right here, whose hat is right there. The reason why I got that room and the reason why he was doing that, he told me, he was like, I've watched your channel. I was since you were like, I was like your 400 subscriber and I always wanted to do something for you. So this is just my way of giving back. So it's just a beautiful thing. And it's just like, you really feel like you know a lot of people like already from when you just go out there. It's like these people are your friends. These people are your family. And I think that that's the best part. I don't think you really get that from other cons. Like you go to Comic-Con and you go to these other cons, it's not a closeness. It's just like you're one of a million people in there just walking around in the costume. And I've been to other conventions. I've been to ones in Saratoga and things like that. And there's no closeness to it. Like the people are just strangers just walking around and they're doing their thing, you're doing your thing, but there's no interaction. This is a real, like a family situation. You know what I mean? Like I'm happy. Like when I go up there and I'm hearing people and they're getting off their tail, I'm like, how's your panel going? It's like, we killed it. I love it. Like when I'm in my panel and I hear other panels, people clapping in the other room, I'm so happy that the other people are having good times, that the other people are doing good in their panels and everyone's enjoying themselves. That's what I'm there for. That's what I'm here to do. And that's what I like about it. Do we get to that question you have right there? I think there's another one
I
here.
think I posted two here. There's one for Catherine Harding and then one for Rod Dammit.
All
Kind of
right.
relating to those, at least for my. Do you mind if I read one of them?
You can read them both. This is what you
Okay.
do. You're
All
better than me at that.
right. All right. Well, I'll try to be. Let's see. Catherine Harding is asking, who were you most excited to meet? That's one of the questions. And then the other question, well, I will follow up with the other question. But so who were you most excited to meet that
Yeah.
going into it, I'm assuming?
I mean, if I had to pick one, I was so happy to meet you. There's no doubt about it. I went there happy to meet you, without a doubt. You were one of the people I definitely wanted to meet, and that was my goal when I got there, is to meet and hang out with you. There's no doubt about that. I would have to say, besides that, like other people besides you, I would say I was very excited to meet Gray. I really was. I love Gray, and what I really wanted to do was I wanted to thank her for everything that she did for me and my channel and helped me out in person, which I was able to do. So I was mad excited. Gray's my girl, man. That's my peoples right there. You know what I mean? That's like my peoples. Tell you people, man. Like her beef is mine, and she
She's
tell me do
amazing.
she tell me do something, I do it. I don't question it. I don't say it. She says this is what it is. This is what it is. You know what I mean? Because I know that she's got my best interest in heart, and she's only doing things to look out for me. So I would say, there's no doubt, I look forward to meeting Gray. And you. Those are probably like every other people I kind of like. Aziz, I know him. I met him already. That's all what it's been like that. You know what I mean? My man Smoker Hannes, I already met her. We was cool. My girl Yoshi and her man, like Yoshi's husband is my dude right there. So I was looking forward to seeing him again and him coming out there and stuff and chilling. So I was definitely looking forward to seeing. I got to hang out with him. Phil is someone that I need to hang out with more. We're close enough that we should be hanging out. And Bridge 4, I would say, is someone that I look forward to. And once I knew he was going, I couldn't wait to see his big ass with his cracking walnuts on his neck. Right? I was looking forward to seeing Bridge. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
what I think those are the people I would say that I was. I'm trying to think of other people that I went there specifically saying I can't wait to meet. A lot of people that went there I already had met. You know what I mean? So I already knew. So those are the people that I didn't know. And I was going, how about you? Who are you looking forward to see?
I forgot. I forgot I have to answer this one too. Actually, to me, for me, I the only people that I knew going into that con was AK, and yes, I was waiting for her curry, and yes, there's a question I'm gonna ask you, Tony, that AK has for us about that curry. So I already knew AK, and I already knew the entire gang of the drinks and those things. So they're like old people. And I'm just kidding. No, I could not wait like to get extra hugs from them, and they knew better this time. They knew how to brace themselves for me. Um, I was looking forward, obviously, to meeting you, Tony, and then Kev, and I think just in general other people because I have obviously a JR from the other. I'm just trying to think about people that I streamed with, and I knew that I'm gonna have interaction with. Putting actual body that I can hug versus just a face on camera. So I actually got to hug all of you and meeting you and meeting Kev and hanging out with everybody else over there. And some of the people from the chat, actually, those are the people that I didn't have faces yet, but I knew I'm gonna get the faces. And after they give me their name, I'm not gonna test them though. Like if they tell me their name, hopefully they're who they are. Now I have the picture. So I would say people just like I said, you and Kev and a couple extra people that said that they're gonna go to the con, and I got to say
I
hi
got
to them. So yeah.
Uh, I'm sorry. I see when you get on the streams and stuff like that, you start forgetting things and it comes back to you. So other people that I was 100%, and not because I said those names first, doesn't mean I was looking for to see these other people. These people are on the same level. There's no doubt that I wanted to meet Timo. I wanted to meet Timo really bad. And I'm
Mhm.
so happy that I did get a chance to meet and hang out with Timo and Lauren's corner too. Lauren, I wanted to meet her really bad. That's why we did what we could to get them there.
Yes.
That was between me and Tarzan and everyone else who helped them get there. There's a reason why we helped them get them there because we really wanted to meet them. So without a
Mhm.
doubt, they are definitely on there. I had Lauren on a panel with me and stuff. So without a doubt, definitely, and they are exactly who you think they are. You know, they act exactly the same from the streams that you see that you see in TV. Because Lauren, I was going through like a bad time on my channel. I was going to shut the channel down actually and stuff, and I didn't even know this girl. And here's this girl from all the way across the pond over there telling me, making videos about me, saying you shouldn't shut it down. You got this, that, and other. And really mental. Don is a very emotional dude and stuff. You know what I mean? So I watch certain movies every year just so that I can cry watching these movies. 'Cause I think it's good to have a good, healthy cry at least once a year. So I have certain movies that I know that are going to do that to me. So that's the type of man that Don is. I like to have a good, healthy cry and things like that. You know that. show that people just, care about you, not even in your country and stuff. You know what I mean? So she did that for me and made that video, and she did not have to, and it really helped me out. Other people down the cracking with Don Willie and all of them helped me come back too and everything else. So, but they know me. She didn't know me. You know what I mean? She still did that. So
Well, that's
definitely
amazing.
would,
Yeah,
yeah,
and she
definitely was rocking with her.
she like everybody else, we were just captivated by you. And I'm already
Well,
on the
that's fine.
podcast. I don't need to be nice. I'm just kidding.
You
No,
keep it going. Yeah,
so
no, keep going. That's fine. That's
so
fine.
yeah,
Take it off.
with people who watch your streams, they're here for a reason, and it's the real time. It's the real you. You are who you are. So that's why people love it. They come here for a reason and they stay here for a reason. And it's a group of people that keeps expanding. And like Lauren, I had not known about that video until it was brought to my attention, and she was so right, and it was so nice of her. And meeting her in person, she's a wonderful person. I actually didn't know if she's going to make it up until whatever it was, couple, just shortly before that, and she said yes, she's going, and she was crying, and she was so emotional. So yeah, those emotions. And I rarely cry. I mean, I am an emotional person, but I kind of put up a wall too, because if I cry, I just let it all out, and it's like all emotion. So I try to keep it and not to scare people. But she cries beautifully, and she cries with all her passion and from being happy to be there. And she was so grateful. And you mentioned Tarzan as well, and I have to. I already he was in a stream before that. I gave him my thank yous, but again, a thank you to him too, because he was the one who kind of kept me, safe, making sure I'm where I need to be, and I didn't feel. I mean, not that I didn't feel alone or anything. I felt so welcome by everybody and people I didn't even know that are gonna be there. I felt so welcome. So it was just amazing. The
Yeah,
love real.
yeah, Tarzan is a major part of the con. The con wouldn't be the same without Tarzan, and that's the bottom line. Anyone could say anything they want to say about the guy, whatever, but the bottom line is, if he was not at any of these cons of thrones, it would not end up the same. He's responsible for a lot of things that go on behind the scenes. He's responsible for getting a lot of people there. He puts in a lot of effort, and when he starts doing something, he goes balls to the walls. Like when he was doing I came up with I seen a question about the Ride the Dragon challenge. But when I came up with the idea to the Ride the Dragon challenge, he jumped right on that. He got right on it. He started spending money on it for medals and trophies. And I was like, I think you're going a little bit too much. And he was like, well, if I got to do it, I got to do it all the way. So,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to get that. It wouldn't have been the same without him doing that stuff. So, and I think that was one successful. But now, before you say that one question, I see this question about the Ride the Dragon challenge. People want to ask about this. So let me say this real quick about the Ride the Dragon challenge, people. All right. In fact, let me. They have to allow me for this real quick. I'm about to lock the camera on the dime real quick. All right. All right. Now I hadn't had a chance. 1 second. Here we go. Let me pull up the chat so y'all know what the hell's going on here. Now, I have not had a chance to address all the people who came out their mouth about this Ride the Dragon challenge. Leading up to this challenge, you all came out here. Ninja Kick, you especially, brother. You especially. All you people with your big mouths saying all this shit. The Don's going off in 2 seconds. The Don's going head over heels on the dragon. The Don's not going to last at all on the Ride the Dragon challenge. We heard all the bullshit from all these people, Steven Stark, everybody else that ran their mouth, Crofu's daughter, Tarzan, everybody who came out there running their mouth about the Don, saying the Don wasn't, and I told y'all from the beginning that the Don, Tony Teflon, is a natural athlete, which means I can do any athletic competition naturally. And I told you all that I was coming to that thing to win it all. I would beat every YouTuber in this whole building. Nobody would defeat me, and I would beat them easily. And I'm here to tell you right now that when you see the footage, there's no doubt about it. I clearly beat everybody. I didn't just beat him, I beat him by 5 seconds either. It was done. Now, I'm going to put the video footage out there for all y'all to see, but I've been working on a thing with LMR and stuff. That's why it's getting postponed. But the bottom line is, I came, I saw, and I conquered, just like I said I was going to do. So everybody who else didn't think that I was going to do it, y'all can get the Bozak and never doubt me again. Never ever. When I tell you something's going down and the Don Tony Teflon is going to win it, don't doubt me ever again. Now, I didn't take the trophy, and I told you I wasn't going to take the trophy. I told you I was going to take the blanket. And the Don walked away with the goddamn blanket like I said I was going to do. So everybody out there who wanted to run your mouth and say all the bullshit, you seen what happened. Never doubt the Queens, New Yorker, the smooth talker from Queens, New York, the Don Tony Teflon. I said everybody gave a great effort. They all did very well. But as I said, whether it was Val's husband, Timo, who became my cupbearer for the night, everybody, they all fell at the feet. The one true king, Tony Teflon the time. That is all I'm going to say about this goddamn challenge right now, bragging about it. All right, my bragging is over. All right, LMR.
That was a night to remember for sure. That was a night to remember.
How is you? And I always say something straight up. You know, there's not a lot of people believed in me. My homegirl Emily in the chat, she said it from the dawn in the beginning. You're gonna win this. I have no doubt. And that's exactly what happened. Now, I will say that the guy that got the #1 trophy did a hell of a ride. And that's why I gave him the trophy in the end, because I couldn't take it because it wouldn't be fair. He gave a hell of a ride. But when you see the footage in it, within 4 seconds, his foot touches the floor, which means he's eliminated. So that's the rules of the game. I still gave him the trophy because it was a hell of a ride, a great ride. All right. But the guy had calves like the goddamn Incredible Hulk. I mean, he was hanging on to this guy, and his legs was as big as He-Man's. He was hanging on to this thing. It was a great ride he did. But when you see the footage, you will see within 4 seconds his foot touches the ground. So he's eliminated. So there was everyone controversy. People say I didn't win. You can just take a look. When I put the footage up, you'll always see at the Don won this really. But my girl Emily, she said that the Don, you're going to win it. I have no doubt you're going to win it. And she was right. So everyone who had my back, thank you for having my back. And I'm glad I did not let you down, because I really didn't think it was going to go down like that. I'll tell you straight up, because I went on there, right? And I tell you, there was this really tall, beautiful, like supermodel chick, like me and Timo was standing there watching her. And she had to be like 6'2". She was really skinny. She had big, long hair. She had to be like a supermodel. That's what she looked like. And she got on this bull, right? And she did a little, the guy was up there. He knew what he was doing, this damn operator. He put a little back into it, and she gave her a little ride motion and shit. And she got into it, and then she put her hand up in the air and tried to do like a little lasso. You know what I mean? A little tally-ho. And when she did that, he hit the forward button, and she came and her whole face just hit the bull. Kaboosh! And then she flipped off. And I looked at Timo and said, damn, I don't know if I want to do this shit.
Not after that, no.
I was like, I don't know if I want to. And I'm telling you, the reason why I was thinking about it, I was on there, and I see people losing and going off fast. I was like, God damn, these people are going fast. And the reason why I went up there in the end, right? And I went up there and did what I did is because Graham, because Geek's husband, Graham was there. And he looked me in the face and he said, don't be a bitch, Tony. And I said, what did you say to me? He said, don't be a bitch, Tony. And I said, I'm going to show you your bitch right now. And that's what did it. It was that comment that he said to me right then that put me over the top. Right then. And as I said my hat would not fall off. My hat did not fall off during the whole thing, right? So that was really that one comment right there. You know what I mean? When he said it, when Graham looked at me and said, don't be a bitch, Tony, I was like, okay. It's go time right now. It's go time right now. So please tell me your comments, how you felt about the Ride the Bull challenge.
Oh, I'm still feeling it. No regrets. I actually broke my thumb on it.
I feel terrible about that. Listen, I think anyone on that bull caught an injury. I don't think that bull, no one left unscathed, except for Sarah. Sarah Charles is the only one that's someone I was looking forward to seeing. I've met her, but I always look forward to seeing Sarah. she left unscathed, and the reason why is because she didn't put up a fight. Like, usually you're going off, you try to fight it. There was no fight for her. As soon as that shit tipped, she said, "Okay, here I go."
No,
She went right with it.
yeah.
And
That actually was probably the smartest thing that somebody could have done. Tried it. Like, yeah,
oh,
yeah, if you didn't bruise, if your thighs were not bruised or hurting, then it means you have not done it the right way. So,
oh, my thighs hurt. So
yeah,
my thighs hurt after that the
yeah.
whole con. I'm
Oh.
not saying that 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, until Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
The pain went away. My thighs, I could not split. My legs hurt so bad. I felt like Jean-Claude Van Damme when he does those splits. I was like, how does he do this?
Yeah,
I don't understand it because my legs, inside of my legs, hurt so fucking bad. It was just
wow.
terrible. It was terrible. And I wasn't on there. I was only on there for
Yeah,
like 20 seconds or so, and
that's
I got that much pain. So it was just a nutty situation. That thing, man. Drinks and no things is up in here. Listen, drinks and no things. What up to those motherfuckers right there? Cool ass motherfuckers up in the con, chilling with the Don Tony Teflon. Took the footage, gave the Don the footage. Had the ill Puff the Magic Dragon costume on. Was it Puff the Magic Dragon? It was
oh,
a dragon.
wait,
Goddamn it! I don't.
Kev calls it iguana just to mess with them. So if you call it a dragon, they really like you. Kev calls it iguana.
The iguana. And whether it was an iguana or Puff the Magic Dragon, it was a goddamn
Yeah.
dragon. It was definitely, you know what I mean. So that was it. I when I was on the Ride the Bull Challenge, as Dragon, I said the only thing I said I had to do. I said I'm not gonna embarrass myself. I'm not face planting on this fucking dragon. That
Yeah.
was my number one thing. I said I'm not going head over heels over this motherfucker, and I'm not face planting on this motherfucker. Those are two things that were not gonna happen no matter what.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's all I cared about when I sat on that thing. And then the guy, like before I get on the dragon, he starts moving the shit around, trying to fuck with me. Like before I can even get on, he tried to move it around and shit, trying to fuck with the guy. He trying to get me. You know what I mean? But still, I mean, I got off the dragon, and the guy operator said that was a hell of a fucking ride you did right there. So,
Nice.
and he sees a lot of rides, and for him
Yeah.
to say that, you know what I mean? It must have been a hell of a ride right up in there.
Yeah. I have to quickly to answer AK's question. My thumb is fine. It's gonna be actually usable in 6 weeks. If I don't re-injure it, and I already re-injured it, so I'm counting 6 weeks from today. It's so good. Oh, good. It's apparently I have a high pain threshold, so I'm okay. I did not know it's broken. I thought it's broken, but they said they confirmed it, so it's fine. It's all. I actually am proud of it. For some reason, this is like a memory that's gonna last with me for a while, and I don't mind it at all. We do have a couple more questions. Can I ask them?
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay. There's one here, actually the newest one. I probably should start from the back here, but DA is asking, he's like repeating his question. He says, talk about the plaque I got for you. I don't know, he says that. Something about the plaque I got for you.
For
That's one
me?
of the things. Yeah.
Oh, that you got for me, the plaque?
Yeah. That's DA's question. And I think
I have the plaque, actually. I have it.
oh, okay.
Right here. Oh, right behind me. Oh, here's the plaque right here. This is what he's talking about, right?
I think that's the one he's talking about.
All
DA.
right, yes. I have this plaque from LMR made for me personally, handcrafted. Says I stream and I know things. That's why I drink. And it has a bottle opener with the hand of the king pendant right here. This will make the Don's bar eventually at some point right here. I think that it's a beautiful plaque. LMR does beautiful work. It's just great. Thank you, LMR, for
You're
hooking me
very
up with this. I
And
truly
DA
much appreciate it.
I guess I wouldn't have asked about it, but apparently DA asked. So thanks, DA, for asking, and I'm glad you like it, Tony.
I love it. I love it. That's why it's right behind me, right? I have to, the bar has to get filled up. It's filled up right now, but I'm gonna remove some things and put it up in there in a place of
DA
promise.
said something. The Stannis picture. DA is like relentless.
He's what?
He's a relentless. He's asking about the Stannis picture in the chat.
I'm not gonna remove that.
No. Oh, good.
It can lead to a dominoes effect,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
I can't pull that off, DA, but I will tell y'all this. If somehow y'all could read the words on that Stannis plaque and hit me up and tell me what that says, I'll send you a gift.
Ooh,
If you can figure that out. All right, then I have gifts too. I have things to give away.
awesome.
And then hold on, let me see what
Yeah,
my
yeah.
giveaway bag is. Right here.
We're
There
gonna
it
have
is.
gifts.
Yeah.
Ooh,
All the
nice.
giveaway bags that I have planned on giving away to people. All right. So I have the Jon Snow season 8 Funko Pop, the big one right here. I'm going to give this away. That's
Nice.
one gift. I have a another one right here, the Cersei Lannister Funko Pop right here from season 8. Going to give that away right there. I really like the Cersei one. I love y'all more than I like that. And I have the Daenerys Targaryen season 8 Funko Pop. So I'm be giving these
Awesome
away.
stuff.
I'll be giving those away to y'all people right there. The big one. 72, 73, or 75. So you'll be able to get that one of those and stuff like that. So we'll be doing
Those
some
are
things for those
amazing
things.
gifts. You're so generous, and people can't wait
I,
for the
I,
giveaway.
I got it. I just feel like it's not right for me. People give so much to me. I have to give back in some way. So I just like
Feels
to.
good, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Giving
it feels great.
great
It really feels good for me to give stuff away to people. I rather give stuff away than receive things.
Mhm.
So it really feels good for me to give things away to people and make people happy. I just like people to have a little bit of Teflon in their life, you know. So I can't be everybody's man, you know. I can't be everybody's man up in there. No, I'm single, but I can't be everybody else's man. So
Right.
I got to give you a little bit of the dime, something that make you smile. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
And
That's just
speaking
what I
of
do.
giving, there is actually a question from AK. And this is for those who were lucky enough to get that curry. My goodness. So actually, AK is asking the real question, though. Was the curry that was promised 2.0 delicious and nutritious?
All right, well, let's go talk about the curry 2.0. I got the first curry from the curry was great. It's always great. It was more spicier this time than it was last time, which I did appreciate. Because at the shop where they give shit away, the sell shit shop, the sell shit shop where they selling shit down there. I don't know what is that they call it, the sell shit place where they sell shit. What's that called?
Hmm. I
Sell
don't
the sell shit place where they sell
know.
shit and all the booths and everything else. You know,
Mhm.
only food you had there were a couple of hot dogs. You know what I mean? You could get some hot dogs, a Snickers bar. You know what I mean? That's it. So when you had that, I had a meal. It was really good. You know what I mean? So I thought it was great. You know what I mean? I thought it was the best curry. It's better than the last curry that was promised. The last curry that was promised was amazing. So this was even better than that. So that's what it
Mhm.
is.
Yeah, and actually, AK, the curry was the first time I tried it. So go ahead, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm like Gray's over here, the sell shit place, the baseball. What am I gonna call it? I don't know what the fuck you call it.
Market,
That's the shit.
US market,
That's the shit they
food
sell
stand,
shit. That's the place where they be
yeah.
selling shit.
Yeah, they had, like, hot dogs, and I don't even know what else they had. They had a salad, but, yeah, I remember you actually had that curry by the marketplace ta there were tables near the marketplace by the sell shit place, and you did not go to the place where you buy stuff. You had that curry at that table, you were eating it right there. Yeah, I ate it at hotel room. It was delicious, it was spicy, but it was good. I like spicy stuff, so that's the first time I ever tried curry, and it was the best curry I had, and since it was the first one, but now I'm gonna base all curries to make sure that it tastes like that, and I don't have your recipe, and you probably will never share it with you, so I'll be disappointed getting other curry from other places. Thank you, AK. Now you broke me.
I would say, let me say something too. That people's spouses were mad cool. Like Kevin Cleary's wife is mad cool. AK Shorty is mad cool. Gray Area sister, mad cool. And I would say this, I somehow, some way, it is, I don't know why. I have no idea why. Somehow, somebody, I got accused of funneling Gray Area's sister drinks. I don't know why I got accused of that stuff and funneling and helping her drink. I had nothing to do with it. Yeah, Don had nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? I had nothing to do with that whatsoever. People really say that Don had something to do with that. I had nothing to do with that. She's a grown woman. I mean, she's a young grown woman, but she's still a grown woman. She was legal to drink, and she was partaking in a couple of alcoholic beverages with her sister there. You know what I mean? And that's it. But I had nothing to do.
Oh my gosh.
I had nothing
Okay.
to, I had nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? But she was safe because the bottom line, if anyone would have got online, I would have bodied them. never got body, and that's the bottom line. Anyone messing with any of my peoples would have got body. Anyone would have messed with that chick, it would have been a wrap. It would have been done. They got washed right out. So she had a great time. Gray had a great time. Everyone had a great time. That was more at the penthouse party. We could talk a little bit about that later if you want to talk about that and everything else. But no, it was all good. It was all good. Everyone had a great time. What up to my man Bubba Husky? Big Bubba, no trouble. Bubba Husky was the man up in this. Let me tell you about my man Bubba Husky. I was chilling with Bubba. Hey, every party he was up in there chilling with me and stuff, drinking with me and everything else. And Bubba be holding it down, sir. But Bubba is mad cool. It's mad cool people. He got mad jokes. He got jokes for days. You know what I mean? He's mad cool people. You know what I mean? So I had a great time chilling with my man Bubba Husky, without a doubt, man. Shout out to Bubba Husky up in this building,
He's
man.
amazing. I don't know what I expected when I was meeting Baba before I met Baba, but I think I was walking to one of the panels and I forgot what he called me, but he called me either by LMR or something, but I heard this strong voice calling me from behind. I turned around, I'm like, Baba! And everything was history after that. Just amazing man. And like you said, partying, he was always there, which is a good thing. You want Baba
Mm-hmm.
there. You want Baba
Yeah,
there.
it's a party when Bubba's there. Because when
Yeah,
party, it's a party when Bubba's there.
definitely. Definitely. And speaking of that, there was a question earlier from Rad Dammit, and I love that name. Um and he's asking, what do you guys miss the most about the Thrones being done? What do you
The
miss the
show,
most?
I think it would more me. I would just think it's the anticipation and the just basically waiting. Like it's an event. It was more than a show. It was an event. We waited all week, and to get to that show. And as a creator, obviously you have more content created, you have more people watching your videos, waiting for that. So obviously, but I'm not going to say that. That's just creator talk right there. But I'll just say, as a fan of the show, just the event itself of waiting for the show, and then Monday when you know that everyone in the world, your job watched it, and they all come to you and talking to you about it and things like that. I think that's what I missed more than anything. Whether you liked the season or you didn't like the season, you liked the episodes or didn't like the episodes, there was something to talk about it. So I think that's what I would miss more about anything is just the build up to it. I think, it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm going to compare it kind of to sex for the first time with somebody. You know what I mean? Because when you have sex for the first time with somebody, and like like when you already been out on a couple of dates, if it takes you a couple of dates and you're not the dime, but whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever you better, if it takes you a couple of dates to get in there, but this is the night. I'm talking to my brothers out there because y'all know what I'm talking about. You know it's going down this night. When you get to that point when it's going down this night. Right, so you start doing your push-ups. You're doing your curls to get the muscle flowing. You know what I mean? You're jabbing at the care. You're taking a shower. You know it's going down. You're jabbing in the water. You're just throwing uppercuts at the shower thing. That's what I do, but I don't know about you. But you're doing all this stuff. You're anticipating. You got the Johnson's baby powder all over your body. You're all baby lotioned up. You got your baby oil. You're feeling good. It's that anticipation. Sometimes it's better than the actual sex itself. All right? Sometimes, depending on who you're with. But when you're with that chick and you're waiting and you know the deal, you know that this is the night. It's going down tonight. She's decided that she's coming back to the house for the first time. Whatever it's going to be, whatever it is. That's what I experienced waiting for Game of Thrones to me. It's like that type of anticipation. You know what I mean? It's getting ready. And I sometimes, like the show, sometimes the anticipation, the build up for it, is better than the actual event. And that's what because sometimes, because the first time is always a great time. No matter who you're having your sex with, you're getting your little doing, it's always great the first time because it's always new. After a couple of times, it could be bored. It is what it is, but you know what I mean? But the first time is always the great time. And that's what it is to me. So anticipating. How about you, LMR? What would you miss the most?
Oh my gosh, I was going to ask like what do you think about the first times? I was laughing so hard. I was muted. I didn't want my camera to jump on me when you were like, oh my gosh. Oh, that's why we love being here because you say it how it is and all the smiley faces over there and laughing faces. Yes, and there's this when you start talking about stuff like that, I would say warning people, do not eat while you're listening to Tony at that moment because you'll choke to death, and that's not fun, I'm sure.
It's the truth. People can say what they want. They know it, especially my brothers out there. I don't know how it goes for the women. I don't know how it's going to go for the women, but I'm saying for my dudes, they know the feel. They know it. Tonight, son, we get it in. Especially when you done
I'm
without,
getting a lot of yeah.
huh? Especially when you done dropped a lot of money
Oh,
on dates and comedy shows and only got pecs and this, that, and everything else. That night when she's like, I'm going to spend the night at your house, you're like, yes! Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ.
so funny. I a lot of things I think I'm assuming has to do with either imagination and just being positive about things and just kind of having fun no matter what. I think it's about the attitude people have. But I guess we're talking about kind of Thrones and Game of Thrones. So I'll switch from the sex talk to non-sex talk. And Sam says, does everything come down to sex? Yes, Sam. No, for some people, yeah. It's a great comparison. It's a great comparison for sure. Um, so as far as thrones, and I wasn't sure what Rad Dammit meant by thrones. Did he mean like a Con of Thrones or did he mean Game of Thrones? So for Con of Thrones, it being over, the community is still here and we're good friends. So we're gonna be following each other no matter what I say. The content's gonna build because there's more things than just Game of Thrones. There are prequels, there are other things that creators are gonna be doing. So yeah, what I miss the most is I guess the build up and the actual event, which is everything. I guess build up and an event. I miss it all. I guess I miss everything about it. But the thing that remains is there is more depth to it. So we're here right now. It's already whatever number of weeks after Game of Thrones ended, and guess what? We're still here. We're having a good time. We're hanging out, and there's more content coming up. And Tony has more videos. Other creators have more videos. So it's not done. It's not ending. If you let it end, then it's gonna end. As long as you keep it alive, it's gonna be alive. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope this fandom is like the Star Wars fandom, like the Star Trek fandom, that just don't ever end. And as long as you keep it like that, it will be like that. But it's up to us, the fans, and everyone else to keep it going and everything else. So as long as we keep it all going, we keep it moving, that is the way it is going to be. And I think that is what it is and stuff like that. Only people out there saying whatever I said in my comment, you don't believe me. Yeah, I know. And as for you, OTDA, the dime pays for more than guac. All right. I don't take no chick to Chipotle. I would never do that, man. Are you crazy? I'm a Don Tony Teflon. You're going to a very expensive restaurant if you're going out with me. You're going to the most expensive restaurant I can find around that way. 'Cause that's how I get that. I got to do it that big. I got to do it. If I can't do it big, I ain't doing it at all. Or the Don will have to show the cooking skills off in the crib. The Don is an excellent chef. Believe it or
Right.
not. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Right.
The Don
And
definitely
food
can throw
speaks.
down
Food
in
speaks
the
to many
kitchen.
ladies. Yeah,
Huh?
I said food speaks to many ladies. They don't
Well,
admit it.
that's
They
right.
don't admit it, but yeah, food is yeah.
The Don definitely gets it down. Oh no, the Don is not a cheap date. Don spends money, man. I drop dough. I'm not as you can see with my streams and that, I'm not stingy. So that's just not me and my mention. So if I go out, I always think about it like it's like kind of like the reason why I don't wear costumes to the con. But I did do an announcement that I do feel comfortable enough that the Don is going to wear a costume at next year's Con of Thrones, right? So I'm definitely going to wear it. But the reason why I don't wear costumes, and I'll tell you exactly what it was, is because I always think about it like this. If people are going to see me, this could be the first time and the last time they ever see me. So I want them to see me as I want them to see me. You know what I mean? So I always think about that if I'm on a date with a chick. Like this may be the first time and the last time this chick ever go out with me. So she ain't gonna be able to say shit. All she's gonna say is that this dude is A+ all the way. We had a great time, stuff like that, and that's what it is. You know what I mean? So I always shell out. I ain't going to Applebee's or Ruby Tuesdays or nothing like that. It's got that's not even a date. I wouldn't even consider anything like that. It's got to be a restaurant. That's a
My
restaurant.
goodness, ladies. Wow.
And
Good,
that's out.
good.
Ruby Tuesdays or Outback
I've
Steakhouse,
never
please.
been to Ruby Tuesdays. I actually my favorite things, I love steak, so I don't know, like, where do you take your, when you go on dates, where do you take your ladies?
There's a place called Delmonico's Steakhouse, Italian Steakhouse. I would go there. There's a restaurant called the Wheat Fields. That's an Italian restaurant. That's a 5-star
No,
restaurant. But there's a
no
place in
shade,
there's a
no
place
shade.
in Saratoga that has a Wagyu steak. It's one only place in like three places in New York that have Wagyu steak. And the appetizer for that I think is $95 for the appetizer, and the
Oh, wow.
plate for that Wagyu steak I think it's $165. And no, it'd be
Wow.
definitely if you were with me and were going on a date and
Mhm.
you like steak, we would go to the Wagyu
Wow.
steakhouse and you would get the
Hmm.
$165 plate of steak and then you
I
would love it.
wonder. I
Bro,
wonder. Yeah.
it's a great steak.
Nice.
That steak is it's like butter. That steak
Oh,
actually it melts in your mouth like cotton
mhm.
candy, and I'm not bullshitting you.
Oh god.
It's so soft. It is the greatest steak anything you
Yes,
have ever had in your
yes.
life. If you've never had that steak, if you all could ever get to Japan or whatever, you can find a place that has that. Let me tell you something about this steak. This steak is the greatest thing. My favorite slice of cut of steak is a porterhouse. I like porterhouse steak. That's my cut. But that steak is just amazing. It's so good. And if I'm in the city, then I go to Peter Luger's Steakhouse. If you're down there, that in Brooklyn, that's the steakhouse I go there.
I'm getting so hungry right now. And the
Hey,
nearest steakhouse that I like, I actually to go to, just the regular, what is it called? The Outback Steakhouse. I only get Victoria's Filet, and those are to die for.
oh
But
my
I think
God,
that's
that's
cool.
not steak.
I know, but
You
that's
have
the
no
only one
idea.
here in this area. I've had
Oh,
great steak, and you're right. It melts in your mouth, and it's like butter, and it just you don't even know. And sometimes it doesn't even need a knife. I mean, it
no,
does. Like, oh my gosh.
no,
Yeah.
this mistake. I can't even explain it to you. It's
Mm.
like a it's like a it's like a mouth orgasm.
There you go.
It's just so perfect. It's so good. It's worth every penny. It's so good that steak. I've never had it. I love it, and it's the greatest steak. And it's hard to find. It's only I think two or three places in all of New York serve this thing, but it's beautiful. I would definitely think that you should take a look. What do you say?
I think somebody's asking about Olive Garden for a date, or something.
Olive Garden is not a restaurant. That's like McDonald's. You know what I mean? I'm talking about real restaurants, not Olive, not fast, not chains. A chain is not a restaurant, man. I'm talking about a real restaurant with a real chef that you can go sit at the chef table and get a real meal at. You know what I mean? Not no Olive Garden.
Oh my
Olive
gosh.
Garden, they have good breadsticks. I'll tell you that. Yeah,
I
that.
wonder if DA is joking. Is he joking or is he trolling me right now? He says, "Whatever stick, it's made from a single line of cattle in a special part of Japan that can be traced back generations with paperwork on the meat." Oh my god.
No, that's the truth. That's
That's
why
the
that steak
truth?
is so good. Yes, it
Oh
is.
my
That
god.
it has a marbleization on that steak that you cannot get in any other country. The marbleizing of that steak
Ah,
is just amazing. It's just listen. If you've never
wow.
had that steak, spend the money and get
Oh
it.
my god.
It's really that much of an experience. You should at least do that once in your life, even if it's a birthday or you know what I mean, or if it's something like that. Spend the money, get that steak. If you're a steak lover, definitely get that steak, and then come back to the diner and you'll say you're right. It's just amazing. It ruins you for other stuff when you get it. It really
I
does.
bet, I bet. But I live to be ruined sometimes.
Exactly. Exactly. Great. Better stop it. All right. Great. Know that she would spend that cash on that steak. If it was around her way, she definitely would do it. She could say hell nah or she wouldn't.
It's an experience, I think. It's like, just
That's what it is,
yeah,
and that's what is life? Is life just a bunch of experiences, right? So you got to experience everything at least once in your life and go out there, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Medium. I wouldn't say medium rare is the only way you eat a steak.
yeah, medium rare.
I don't think there's any other way to eat it. Anything else is
Destroying it. Yeah,
yes, it's got to be medium rare.
medium rare for sure.
That's that is what it is.
Food
We have
talk, nice.
there was a. No, I think we've seen some more questions up there. There are some more. They be
There's
going
a
fast.
question from Jessica.
Go right ahead.
it's relating more to the panels. I was staying away from food because, oh my gosh, now I want to look up some steak. And it's Sunday evening, so I can't get steak right now. Cause anyway, I can, but yeah, I'm too lazy. I'm not going anywhere right now. I'm just gonna think about that steak that you mentioned, Tony. So Jessica is asking a question: would you like to be on more panels next year, or did you like the amount you were on? So Tony.
I wouldn't go more than what I've done. Thank you for the super chat, Fernandez T. I see my man Mo Genie's up in the building. And if he was here, he'd say, super chat. Thank you for that, brother. I appreciate that. Let me pay for part of that tip for the steak. I appreciate that. I would say, I like the amount of panels that I was on this year. I probably wouldn't go over because it's like this. And I'm going to say this, and I don't mean any disrespect to anybody who does panels or anything like that. And I think that everyone should do as many panels as you want to do. All right. But this is the way I look at it. And this is the reason why I stick at the panels, at the number of panels I do. I think that if I have a certain fan base, right, that like me as the Don Tony Teflon TV, and they want to come to my panels, I don't want to do too many panels to make them only see me. You know what I mean? I don't want them feeling like they're out because they're my fan, like they're obligated to come to every panel I do. So if I do 10 panels, it takes up the whole con. They're only seeing me at my 10 panels and they don't get to experience other people. So I like to keep it as low as it was so that people have time to go see other people's panels too. So that they don't feel obligated. Oh, I got 5 panels in a row and they're all going to be there for all 5 because they want to support me. And I love it that they would do that. But I think it's better that they go out and see other people, especially people they never heard of and stuff like that, panels too. So if I did more panels, I think it would take away from their experience more than mine. And I wouldn't want to do that to them, to my true fans and stuff. So I keep my panels at the rate that it's at. So it's a couple every day that they have a chance to go see other people's panels too. What about you? How did you feel about your panel?
Oh, but first of all, like really well said, and I think a couple people mentioned that you are, yeah. Jessica says, Tony, you're such a nice person. Yeah, he is, and so well said because like for the con panels that I wanted to attend were the panels that were of my friends. I wanted to support them, and not just to support them because they would be fine without me, but I wanted to be there for them and for me to watch them. So kind of if you applied for, let's say, 5 a day, you would get into 5 a day, and people who wanted to see you would be in 5 panels a day watching you. So yeah, well said that you kind of wanted to give others, I guess, an option to see somebody else. As far as my panels, I was in two, and then third one was impromptu one, and I think that was perfect. I don't think I would have another one in me because I mean, I have everything in me. If I wanted to, I could do, but it's not about what you can do. It's about what feels right at that moment. And that was a perfect number. I wanted to enjoy, I wanted to be there more kind of in the background, just sitting and listening to people versus being there talking to people. But I have to say that I get energized being in public, and I get energized being kind of like, I do it for a living, I have to say. So I love it. I don't mind it at all. I would say I love it. And doing it for fun of it, that nobody's telling me I have to do it, but I can do it and I have an option of doing it. That was the best part. I just thrive in being part of a bigger group and engaging people. I love that, but I don't think I would do want to do more next year. I'm thinking I'm just gonna do one, and then see where it takes me. Like I may apply to one next year, and if anybody wants me to be on their panel, obviously I'll be there. I will not decline a panel. I love it. I love that, but I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna be applying to more than one panel, and then I'll see where it takes me. If I'm a guest, I'll just enjoy myself. I won't be moderating. I won't be leading it. I'll be just there to answer questions and have fun. Kind of, being there with the microphone, answering questions, not in a, in the seats over there in front of us. I'll be, on the panel. So, but as a person leading it, I think I'm just gonna stick with one if they'll accept me, obviously. Yeah. But it was a perfect number. Not stressed out or anything. It was I know AK was mentioning that she was a little bit stressed out before her panel. And AK, I don't know why would you be stressed out. I mean, I get some people get stressed out, but you are a natural. People love you, and there's so much love over. Nobody boos anybody. Nobody, there's always they clap for you. So, to those who are thinking about doing a panel, I would say, yeah, apply and meet with people. Maybe if you don't want to do a panel by yourself, do a panel with people. You don't have to be by yourself over there. It's fun with there's more people. Like you, Tony, you had a panel, and then Lauren joined you, and it was amazing. It was
Yes, that was a
and
very good panel. That was very good.
yeah.
No, people will boo you. I've
Oh,
gotten
they will?
booed. Oh,
Really?
I've gotten booed,
Oh.
but it's not like a booing like you're a comedian, you're bombing boo. It's
Yeah.
if people don't agree. Like if you say something crazy and people don't agree with you, they're against you. I told them like when they tried to boo me. I told them I said I ain't scared of you, motherfucker. Yeah, yeah, y'all can boo all you want. I got my Bernie Mac going on them. You know what I mean? And it turned to a big joke and stuff. I forgot exactly what it was. It was something to do with Stannis. I think I said Stannis is the one true king. Ooh, yeah. I ain't afraid of y'all motherfuckers. Y'all know who he is, and that's what it is. It was something like that. But no, so it's not a booing to the point where they're booing you like they hate you. You know, people have opinions about certain things, and that's what, as Grace says, she applied for 2, got put on 6. That's what it is. But I also like to say that, Shooter Fury does spread people out. She does a good job of putting people in a few panels and not overworking them. And I think that she focuses on doing that too. I think she does a very good job at doing that. So shout out to Shooter Fury
Mhm.
for getting that pop and doing all that stuff.
Yeah. There's a mention of Daryl that Darren Gold is asking, what did you think of Iron Throne and the two ladies that created it? The
Let
Iron
me.
Throne that was there.
All right, I'll definitely speak on this without a doubt. First off, it was 2 black ladies who made this thing. All right, 2 black sisters. It's really the one black sister, the shorty who made that Iron Throne. This was without a doubt the greatest Iron Throne that I've ever seen, ever created by anybody. All right, it was a beautiful thing. She told me I sat there. They're actually a fan of my channel. They knew who I was before there. I ain't gonna say I got my pictures for free, but I ain't gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it, but I'm saying they was fans of my channel. And I talked to these ladies, and this is just a beautiful thing that she said that she just said, she was just like basically fucking, I'm gonna make this throne. And it came out like that. And now they're moving this throne around and they got themselves a business doing this. And I'm so happy, so proud of them for taking that initiative, feeling that they had an idea, saying, listen, I'm going to make this happen, not listening to other people, what they say, making it happen, and they're actually getting paid. And I know that those ladies are actually making a Wakanda throne for Black Panther right now, too. They're creating that right now. So they're going to have that thrown up there, this throne of Wakanda. So that'd be great. I can't wait to see that. And I'm just so proud of them, and I'm so happy that I got a chance to take pictures on that throne. They did a very good job at throne. I think it's the greatest. I've seen other Iron Thrones at other cons that they brought. I'm not saying that they were bad or anything, but nothing compared to this Iron Throne that I've ever seen in any other spot.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, and I have to say that so many creators were there, and I have well, I say creators in general. Art can be many things, and we go there and we express our art. And I know because somebody say, "What do you mean art? Like, what do I art?" Well, being a creator on YouTube, that's art. That's entertainment. That's entertaining people. That's kind of bringing people together. And um, some people may say like art is kind of helping people get away this from the real life, just kind of getting lost in it. And yeah, I get being on that throne, you felt like you were like it was so real, right? But then I have to give a shout out to all other creators. Like what do you do, guys? Like we take people on kind of like a journey, and here we are. We're whatever number of minutes in, and people are spending their time with us, their Sunday with us. I don't know if I call it art, but I call it an amazing escape. And kind of a quick shout out to all of you who are here, who are spending your Sunday with us. And over there, those ladies, um, they had an idea, right? They rolled
Mm-hmm.
with it, and everybody was so much happier because of it. If that throne wasn't there, it would not be the same exact thing, right? Was there a con that there was no throne? I think there was a con where there was no throne. From what
Uh,
I heard, was there something like that, or am I just
I
gonna
mean,
be?
there was a throw in there guy. I remember the guy bringing it in the first and second con. I don't know if the
Okay.
first one. I know the second one there was the guy who dressed as Hodor. And I know he went to a Song of Ice and Fire con too. An old man was there. An old man grabbed him by the ear. That guy, I think he had a throne himself, which is a very good throne, and he would drag it in, but it was not like this throne. This
Okay.
throne was amazing. This was amazing. So now
Yeah.
I see something happening in the comment section that I'm gonna have to address right
Mhm.
real quick. I'm sorry. And this has got to do with gray areas driving skill. All right.
Oh my god.
Let me put this out. I gotta take a sip before I talk about this. Let me grab the thug bug.
Let's do that. Let's do that. I'll
All
take
right,
a sip. You take a sip. I'll take my Bloody Mary sip because I've heard that story. Okay, but you address it and we'll take a sip.
here we go.
Mhm. Let's go.
All right, now, people. I love Gray. Gray, my people. I told y'all about it already. I love Gray. I love Gray. I love her. Some people right there. That's motherfucking people. The best way I can describe this is like this. My grandfather, Joe Bowers, he never drove. My grandmother, Ursula is her real name, and I call her Mama. She did all the driving. I remember when I was a child, and I was driving down the BQE with my grandparents. And I remember my grandmother was a maniac, right? She would be 95 miles per hour on the BQE going through this thing, like whipping like she was Dale Earnhardt, right? And I just remember one time my grandfather standing up in the front seat screaming, Urshi, please don't kill me. When I drove with Gray, that's exactly the way I felt.
Oh
I
god.
felt like my grandfather. I was like, this is what my grandfather felt like when he was driving with mama. Because I tell you, I was in the front. And when I got to the front seat, I was like, I'm in the front seat. And I figured, I'm the dime. All right. I deserve to be in the front seat. But no, I was placed in the front seat. I was placed there for a reason. All right. I thought I forgot to dine. Of course I'm in the front seat. No. People didn't want to go up in the front. I didn't know what I was getting into. Right. I mean, was it a Six Flags adventure ride? Sort of. But what was my life on the line more than once? Yes. I'm saying, is she a capable driver? I'm sure, but not in this vehicle. I'm saying when the Gray's mama is like, hey, Quinn, do you want to ride in the front seat? Because I'm gonna take the back, right? When the mama is telling you that, right? I'm just saying that maybe there's something else going on here. You know what I mean? Maybe there's some type of thing going on here. I don't know. I just know that when I got out that car we went to the liquor store. The first thing I had to do was find a place to piss. Straight up, I had to pee my ass off when I got out that motherfucking car. I had to pee. I had to pee very fast and I had to pee very quickly. I had to do it. I had to get it out. I had to get it out. And that's it. I love Gray. Thank you for picking me up. And everything else, when you say you came out there, we was up in there chilling. But I'm saying the Don had to take a piss. I had to pee quick. I thinking about it, and that's the bottom line. There's no doubt about it. I'm just telling y'all what the truth is. That's what it is. You know what I mean? I'm saying would I ever drive with Gray again? I don't know. I don't know. But I'm just saying when she was behind the wheel. I would just say it was like I think that maybe she believes that Grand Theft Auto was real and she's been playing the game a lot. When you crash into shit and Grand Theft Auto and shit and all this shit, it's fun, to do that shit. It's fun to run people over and chase people on. That's fun playing that game. It's real life though, and that's what it was like in the front seat. I just know I had my seatbelt strapped so tight. I leaned my seat as far back as possible from that windshield, and I just stayed in the back. And I was just like, let's just go. Let's get what we have to get to and call it a day. And
Well,
that's what it was.
I wonder.
That was
I really wanted to be now that I hear those stories. And Da says something. What did he say? He says, "Damn, she brought you back generations ago. You reverted Tony to childhood." I love these comments, and I wonder, and to kind of, I wish I've been in that car because
no, we don't.
no, really, no,
No, we don't.
my gosh, I kind of feel bad because I'm a nice person, but when somebody parks their car at the stop sign, I yell at them. Not at them, in the car. I don't open windows and I don't have a bat. So I will like, this is a stop sign. You're not supposed to park here. You're supposed to stop and go. I'm not an angry driver, but if I need to go somewhere, I need to go somewhere. So I'm assuming Gray had a destination that she was going to, and she said, "I'm gonna get you there. I
Oh,
don't
we
care
got
who
there.
I hit.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got
It's
there."
like I'm gonna get you there in a straight line. I don't care if there is a road is there.
Oh God.
We're just gonna go straight. We're gonna figure out how we get there. And it was a hot car. It was the Audi A8 turbo boost. You know what I mean? But when she hit that gas, it was like whoosh. You know, your head just hit the back and something like that, and that was all. I said that's exactly what I thought. I swear to God, when I went there, all I thought of was my grandfather sitting there, and I remember that clear as day when I was a child. Him to stand his because back when you were little, there was no seatbelt laws, there was no
Oh no,
nothing like
no.
that back then.
Yeah.
I remember my grandfather just standing up on his seat, saying, "Elsie, please don't kill me," and my grandmother just laughing her ass off. That's exactly this is what my grandfather felt like. Up in
So
his piece. This is exactly what it was.
yeah, that's actually I'm thinking. I think that was Sunday evening, wasn't it? Was that Sunday evening? I'm assuming, or whenever I'm thinking, please get there safely, all of you. And then all of you showed up, and I'm like, they're here. I just did not know this story up until later. What you had to go through. And Gray, I don't blame you. When I'm when I go somewhere, I go somewhere. But yeah, I was not there, so I cannot speak for those people who basically blacked out and kind of like fainted from fear.
You know, when
Um,
people are in the back seat with seatbelts on, then you know there's
oh,
something jumping
okay.
off, right?
Oh my. Then that speaks a lot when you
Yeah,
have a
you know.
seatbelt on in the back seat.
Yeah, when you have a seatbelt on the back seat, that you expect. I'm saying that one time. I mean, we almost crashed. We almost hit this one car,
Oh
and
no!
I'm saying it was like I would say like a half a second away. It was like that, and it was like right there. And I was like, watch it, watch it. It was on my side too. I got to do it on my side. She didn't do that shit on her side. That shit was on me. That would have been the time. That
Right?
would have been it. I mean, great. And she starts laughing. This ain't funny,
Oh my god!
motherfucker. This ain't funny. This is on
Oh
me. That's my side, goddamn it. Do that shit on something.
And Daryl
Yeah.
says, "Who needs roads?" Apparently, Gray doesn't need roads. And girl, I get you. I sometimes I feel like there should not be roads over there. There should not be people on the road. There should be just me when I'm driving, and
Yeah,
people should move out of the way. I
it
get
was
you. Yeah.
yeah, her area, the driving skill is a great area. I say
But no
that.
scratches, and you made there's
Listen, I made it. It's like a car.
yes,
It's like an airplane, right? If you could make a safe landing, it's all
yeah,
good. So I made it. I made it, and I
yeah.
said it. You should. It may scare the shit out. I'm saying if you're gonna drive with Gray, just get a couple of
Before
drinks.
and after, during, not
That's,
during.
just have a couple of drinks. Yeah, that's it. Speaking about drink, I heard you talking about some jelly shots. Is that the Jello shots?
Oh,
You call it jelly shots?
yeah, those were, I think Nancy made them. They were different colored ones, and I had the jelly shot for the first time. No, I had three. Well, yeah, I had
Mm-hmm.
three, two and a half. I kind of like the third one was so strong. Like, who made these? And then I hear Nancy. I'm like, alrighty then. Yeah, those were amazing. And I think
Oh,
it was you and Lauren that I think you were there when I was having those. I think Lauren was there. Somebody else
yes,
was
yeah.
there.
And Timo,
Yeah, Timo.
Timo.
Oh, Timo. She was
Oh,
good at those.
Timo
Yeah,
was sucking those shits down. She had her tongue in
yeah,
there like a lizard. She's like, you gotta put your tongue around it and go around the side and yeah. I was like, I ain't doing that shit. God
no,
damn it! Give me a damn
yeah, no,
spoon. I
spoon.
said,
I had a spoon. Just give me, just
yeah,
give me a spoon. I can.
now they sticking his tongue in there,
Yeah,
like swirling it around like a fish
I
like
mean,
that.
I mean, the tongue around it was just fine, but I think somebody I said, "Is this how you're supposed to?" That doesn't feel right. I mean, the tongue around it felt right, but somebody said that they're supposed to be not as wide but taller, so you can actually suck it out. I'm like, I didn't know that. It just didn't work apparently. So I used the spoon, and it was yeah. Those things tasted really really good. It's just that I had to use a spoon because it was a wider cup versus more narrow one. Yeah, those
Yeah,
had to pick whoever
yeah,
made
those
the
shits
third one. Yeah.
they kicked you right in the ass after like
Oh
three of
my
them.
god.
You know what I mean? Because you
Yeah.
just thinking it's Jello and shit, like motherfucking like maybe this is what Bill Cosby meant. Maybe because I know he's the Jello sponsor. He
Uh,
may have made this shit up because when you took those goddamn Jello, everything was fine after like the third, fourth one. Then all of a
yep.
sudden it got woozy. It's
Mhm.
like, wait a second, what the fuck did I
Yep.
just have down my throat? And
Yep.
it goes very fast, because it slithers down your throat. It kind of slithers down your throat the way my girl Sarah Charles slithered off the bowl when she went off the bowl. And
Oh
what?
god.
Shout out to my girl Sarah Charles in here right now. We give Sarah the props for her Ride the Dragon challenge because she's the only person who did not get hurt in the
Yep.
Ride the Dragon challenge. She's the only one who got up there and was unscathed with
Yep.
the dragon. But that's the way it goes down your throat, the Jello shot. Look, this go watch Sarah's video of her riding the dragon. That's how it goes. It just slithers right to the side and it's right off there. You know what I mean? But that's the way I looked at it. But
That was a good choice. I still am okay with the choice I made, and those Jello shots later on kept me. It was kind of like balancing Advil for pain, making like a little bit of like maybe an hour of a break, and then starting to do these. Um, Yeah, so it was good. It was good, and those Jello shots were like you said, you did not feel them right away, but they just kinda suddenly boom, and you can feel kinda all kinds of things after that.
no
Yeah,
doubt, no doubt about it.
so good, so
It was
good.
a great party. It was a
Mhm,
great party at Smokeahonis's place
yes.
right there at the end of the day. Nancy T just went all out with the food. The food was just everything. Listen, shout
And
out.
Mr. T, oh,
No doubt. Nancy T and Mr. T gets a shout out for that. Also, shout out to Pete Easy. Pete Easy's brother who went out and brought some food stuff there and was chilling up in there with us too. Everybody who helped hook that up and everything else. That was a really good party to wrap it up and everything else. That was no doubt about it. That was a really good time. Now, I will talk about the other party. Now, I'm not going to say I heard it was the greatest party of ever in Kind of Thrones. That's what I heard from other people. And this is the penthouse party that Don was running. What
yeah,
is your memories about the penthouse party? We'll
yes.
talk about that real quick.
Oh, my memories of the penthouse?
Yes, the penthouse
Oh my
party.
gosh, it was first of all breathtaking. The inside, all of it, food, the drinks, people, the balcony, the it everything, and just the atmosphere. And I wish it have could have gone on forever. I didn't want it to end. It was amazing. It was just everything about it, everything.
We got Jessica Lodge said best night ever. Listen, it was a really good time. We had Shift All Extras in the building chilling with us up in there. Z's was up in the building. Gray Area was up in there. We had everybody who was up in there chilling with us in this party. You know what I mean? Chilling there. Tarzan was up in there. Sarah Charles up in there. We had the guy, Steve Love was up in there. Timo was up in there. Steve Love is the man. He's mad cool. You know what I mean? Phil was up in there. Phil got into this. Him and Will, they did. Will pulled out the guitars. He grabbed his bongos. They did a whole routine, a whole set. They were jamming out there together. It was just amazing. It was all the way up on the top floor, obviously the penthouse. And Don doesn't do well on heights, like on terraces and shit. But I did go out there as much as I possibly could. I stayed away from the outside. People trying to push me towards the outside. Trying to fuck with me when I'm up there, man. Don't fuck with me. I got to stay to my back against the wall. I don't feel comfortable in the motherfucking situation. But I was up there. I went out there as much as I can. I had a couch out there. Smoke a
Mhm.
Honest. Went to bed out there for a little while. Woke up and got up there. You know what I mean? She was chilling up in there. Friend was up in there. It was just a really chill. A lot of when you have that many chill people. We had Sam Rick Sheehan was up in there. Jinx was up in there. Uh, Everyone was just there. Everyone who was anyone was up in there chilling. It
Yeah.
was such a good time. And Kevin Cleary, his wife was there. Everybody in there. It was just cool. It was a really cool atmosphere. It was really good. I had a really great time. I had a great time. We had all the liquor in the world.
Yeah.
People brought their own. Even though I had the bar was fully stocked, people still respectfully brought their own stuff for everybody else to drink too, which even made it even better. Had all the beer you could have wanted, all the liquor. I'm talking top shelf liquor, not no bullshit either. It was all top shelf liquor that you can have. People making drinks. Everyone was respectable. Nobody threw up or nothing. No one did anything dirty. Nothing. It was just all love. It was really such
Very
a great
classy.
time.
Awesome. It
It
was
was.
class and fun at the same time.
It was, and it
Mhm.
was really cool. What up to Fandom D Saint up in the building, rocking with us right here? Just came through and stuff like that. Really was a good time. The Smokeahontas at the balcony made her nauseous. The Smokeahontas, she
Yeah, you're
passed. She passed out in the booth, in the chair
mhm.
up there. I mean, I walked around. I seen her little self sitting in the. I was like, oh, turned around, let her get her little sleep on and stuff like that. And that was it. She was up in there. So, but yeah, a lot. It's like a lot of the party was out on the terrace because it was just such a nice view. It was cool out there. A lot of people just hung out
Perfect
there
night.
and just
Perfect
chilled
night.
out. There's a really good night. It's a perfect night to be out there. A lot of people just chilled inside. It was both spots and stuff. And the neighbors came by and was like, "What's going on here?" And then they stayed and chilled for a while too. So
Yeah.
that's just what it is. It was just shout out to my man. Well, yeah, gray area says alt. Do I have to keep saying shift alt X? Do I keep fucking up his name? I think I do. Alt shift X is the most low key, humble dude ever. Seriously, good
Mhm.
lad. Yeah, you have to call the kid a lad because he's young and stuff like that. Never would have thought he was that young. But nah, he's a real cool cat. Am I fucking up his name again? Alt shift X is mad cool. I had to quiz the dude up there. I was quizzing him. I didn't know. I didn't believe it was him when I seen him. You had to go over questions to make sure it was him. I had to say to people, like, listen, what was your first video you ever came out with? What's the highest view video you ever had? And I was going on his channel, looking on his channel and stuff like that. And I was like, talk to me in the old ship X voice. And when he started talking to me, I was going over the Gray. I was like, Gray, is it really him or what do you think? If you don't know, maybe somebody would do something like that, and just try to come at somebody because you can get away with that shit. But I'll tell you what happened to me while I was there. At one point, I was chilling up in there, and this girl came up to me, and she was like, "Oh my God, Quinn from Ideas of Ice and Fire, I love your videos." And I was like, "Thank you for loving my videos. I am Quinn, and I love you too." And I fronted, and she really believed. She took a picture of me and everything, and she really thought I was Quinn. So if I was willing to do that, play it around, why wouldn't someone else just do the whole thing? But nah, it really was him, and he was mad cool. But that was hilarious. Like that chick, Phil was up there and was trying to. He's not Quinn. He's not Quinn. I was like, shut up, Phil. Yes, I am. I was like, yes, I am Quinn.
Yeah.
Don't
You got
believe this
away with
hater. Don't believe this hater right here.
Oh
Don't
god.
believe it. And she really believed it. She at the day she took a picture of me. She really believed she took a picture with Quinn. So it is what it is.
Gosh.
It was a great time. That was one of the most funniest things that ever happened right there.
Oh my and that I think you said something in his voice, didn't you?
Yes,
It
because I
yeah,
had to prove it that I was
yeah,
Quinn.
yeah,
So I started reciting like a verse in Quinn's voice and stuff. I did my Quinn, and see, as soon as I did that, she's like, "It really is you! Oh my God, I gotta have this picture."
Oh god.
It was really worked. I guess my Quinn voice. Maybe I'll do a Quinn voice in one of my videos.
Yeah, you should. You should have, and you, I'm sure you're good at it. She must have been watching him, and she must know his voice. So if you actually were able to pull that out, then yeah, you definitely should try that.
I could try.
I can just imagine if she adds him at whatever media, like social media. He's like, "That's not me. What are you talking about? That's not me. That's
Uh,
Tony."
I would
Oh,
love for. It would be so great if she posted a picture and then tagged him in it.
oh, that's gonna be a good one.
That would be the greatest thing that
Greatest
ever happened.
troll ever. Oh my
That
god.
would be the best thing ever if she did that. I would definitely have to do it. I mean, the Quinn voice is more of a cadence. Like I can't do his actual voice, but I know like his cadence, the way he speaks. I could do
Yes.
and that's what it was. But it's more like a, like I could do Barack
Yes.
Obama. I could do his cadence. It's more of like I could do,
Mhm.
I could release it like he would release it. You know what I mean? But I have to really like think about it to do it and stuff. So I
Yeah.
can't pull it off right now. But it was great when it was doing. A Gray area is
Well,
out the building. So good night, Gray. Thank you for stopping by.
great.
Thank you for not killing me in the car. I really do appreciate it. I do. Thank you for the chicken. I appreciate that too. And if we ever in a restaurant where they have Wagyu steak and you ain't willing to drop the dough, I got you, girl. I promise.
Nice.
I pay for your plate, and you can
Nice.
have that. Because that's the way the dime roll, and that's
Mhm.
what it is. Ain't no woman paying for no plate when I'm around. Goddamn. I can't. I couldn't have that. It make me feel like less of a man if I didn't pay for it.
Lucky ladies. Lucky ladies for sure.
Couldn't do that. I just wouldn't feel right about that stuff. Couldn't do it. I don't know. I've been to political functions in the
Mhm.
city, and I paid $500 for a plate to go to a political function. That's
Mhm.
people that donate towards a campaign and stuff like that, and got a little piece of filet mignon just for that thing. That's just I don't know. I guess it's just Queens. It's just where I'm at. I just used to shit going down like that around my way and shit like that. So it just is what it is. It doesn't really matter to me. It just is what it is. And
Good
that's just
stuff.
the way that shit
Stuff.
go.
Now everybody is hungry after this conversation.
I
Tony's
mean, so
putting
listen, that's a damn good skate. Y'all should definitely try it out. But we gonna wrap this soon because I know we've been on here a little while, and shit, right?
Mhm.
Almost 2 hours and shit.
Nice. Good time. Good timing. It's been amazing, and we have great stuff coming up. So I'm looking forward to all our things that we're gonna be.
Oh
Um,
yes, sir. I
yeah.
was, again. So we announced earlier that I am doing the podcast with this beautiful woman right here. We have a podcast. It's called "A Lady in the Dime." I wasn't able to play the music for you, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my headphones and
Hmm.
this microphone, and I'm going to see maybe if that makes it play that y'all could hear the actual music from the composer John. So we'll try that again. All right, Al. We'll try to pull that off again and see if we can get that done. Uh, so people can actually hear the music to it. If not, then you have to just wait till tomorrow. And when I drop my new video, it'll be in that. You could definitely do that. So here we go. Let me pull out this and see if y'all can hear it. Now, I won't be able to hear anybody. So if you're trying to talk to me, I can't hear you. So I don't know if you can hear it or not. But here we go. Just let me know in the comment section.
Yeah, they're saying no music.
I have to plug it so I can hear you again. All right. Were you able to hear it that time?
No, no sound. No
No
sound.
sound? Oh
No.
my God. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, people.
But I guess
I
that's gonna be just something they have to wait until, yeah, like OTDA says, we'll hear it tomorrow, or yeah,
I don't
that's
know
what.
why it's just their microphone, to tell you the truth. I could switch the mics and put on my old mic. It's something to do with this Yeti mic and this whole thing like that. But that is what it is. We announced that tonight. Who said Tone One? Who knows me as Tone One in this thing? Who knows me as that? Who is that?
Hmm,
Tone One is a very only certain people know me as Tone One. That's my
hmm,
different type of people. That's a personal person. That means you're saying
hmm.
Tone One. Anyway, that's only from Queens, New York or something. The only certain people know me as that name. That's Tone One. Tone One is my graffiti name. I used to write graffiti back in the day when I was young, and that was my name. Was Tone One.
Mm-hmm. I think you mentioned that before too, so I wonder if that's somebody who just remembered or who was actually
Could
from way
be.
back then. Yeah.
Could be something going on. Oh, Jessica Elijah asks, LMR, how do you like your new microphone?
Yeah, we had to switch it out. I had the Yeti plugged in and it was just kind of too much of static. So I either will have to get different headphones, meaning like different something to plug into my ears. We'll work it out. It's actually great quality. I love it. And it's blue. And I have it right here. I'm gonna show it. Ta-da! Anything I like is blue. So it's here. It's just gonna be for the podcast and the sound is beautiful. It's just that we had to, yeah. Um, I didn't like the static when it was all connected. Yeah.
I hear you. So, listen, we're gonna have this. Obviously, the Lady of the Don. I cannot wait to do it. I have a new video coming out tomorrow, 4-part series about how the Children of the Forest stole the Iron Throne in Westeros. Obviously, a theory y'all heard me say it, but I never broke it down like this before. Because I tell you a little preview of it right now is that Bran Stark is not on the Iron Throne. That is not Bran Stark. Bran Stark has been killed. That is actually the person known as the last Green Seer. And I know you want to think that Bran Stark is the last Green Seer. He is not the last Green Seer. In fact, Bloodraven was not the last Green Seer. There's a reason why they call him the last Green Seer. If that was the case, then these two people who came after him could not be Green Seers, right? They would not be the last. There would be two other people after. So when you call him the last Green Seer, that's somebody else that they're talking about entirely. I get into all that in this video. It's called the True Evil, the Children of the Forest. It comes out tomorrow. It's already uploaded on YouTube right now. I'll release it tomorrow, and you'll see why this person, the last Green Seer, is actually the person in the end that is sitting on the Iron Throne, from how the Children of the Forest went and they got this done, and how they are the ones who snaked this whole thing to go down like that. So that is what it's all about. It's a 4-part video series that's going down, and the first part is coming out tomorrow. Obviously, after that, you'll see the Don and the Lady in the Don podcast. Uh, by next week, the latest, you will see that will drop.
Yeah.
And I have other things in works with other people, with Bridge 4, with Gray Area, have things worked out with them that we're going to be doing. So you'll see a lot of Teflon TV, a lot of content. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you subscribe to Gray Area's channel, Bridge 4 channel, and please subscribe to my girl LMR's channel, the lady who rocks with the Don. Please subscribe to her channel. She needs to get those subscribers up. She does great content. And hopefully, after you see her work with me a little bit more, maybe a lot more subscribers will subscribe to it, because she deserves to have much more subscribers than she
Thank you,
has.
Tony.
No problem. But as always, when I end, I'm going to ask y'all right here, these last couple of people rocking with us, if you can, please rep your hood. Let these people know that we are worldwide. And usually it's Mo who reads this out for me. But if you would like to do the honors,
Sure.
LMR,
Of
to
course.
read this out and let the people
Will
know
do.
who we are and how we rock and what it is. And as always, the Bareback Barbarians will be back doing our thing as always. Lamar,
Perfect.
please take it away.
Yeah. So we have OTDA right on it and actually dropping links already, like always. We have OTDA Tennessee, we have Jaldan Velto, right now composer John from Hartford, Connecticut, maybe. He says that I'm not sure. I'm not great with the names abbreviations. So we have Vincent from ATL, Atlanta, not sure. We have Jessica from Memphis, Tennessee. We have Santivia from Rochester. Mark from Ridgewood, Queens. We have Mojini from DC. We have RN Smith 2003 from Bay Area. We have Bubba Husky from Tennessee. He says, Tennessee, baby. We have Val287 Detroit. We have Alicia Kingston from Columbus, Ohio. By way of Brooklyn, New York, baby. We have Phantom DC. Hey, Phantom, I don't think I said hi to you. We have New York. Phantom DC from New York. We have Sam from Toronto. We have Edward from Fresno, California. Smokehantas, Kentucky. We have Wolverine's Claws, London. Oh my goodness, worldwide. Like you said, the chat is passing by. My goodness. I don't know how Mojini does it. Woo, it's flying here. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. We have Linda Smith from Louisville. I'll ask her later. We have Toka 420, the second city. Not sure what that is. We have Vincent from never mind, more comments. See, I guess I need practice at that. I see Spots, Oklahoma. Fernandez T, Los Angeles. Daryl from Fort Lauderdale. Yes, I can English. Tokas 42 from Chicago. Yeah, I think I did it all. I think I messed up half of the stuff that people wrote, but yeah, I can. Tony, you are from where?
I am from Queens, New York, blood gushing,
Exactly.
flushing. And that's the
Exactly.
way we roll. And you are from?
Chicago area, suburbs, baby.
That's what it is. You're rocking in the suburbs. You're rocking with us. And as always, thank everybody for chilling with it, chilling with us. Thank everybody for rocking with us. Please check out the Lady and Don podcast. It will be up by tomorrow. You'll be able to search it on YouTube and you'll see it. I don't know how y'all do it. If you got to put alerts for it or how y'all do that podcast shit. Please do that. Whatever you got to do. I don't know if it's a subscription type situation, whatever it is. Please do that to the Lady and Don podcast. We'll have an episode out for you this week. And as always, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.